Well, we're going to make a piece of Chilean sea bass with peppers, onions, mushrooms, and tomato sauce. And a little white wine, of course. A very simple dish. Only thing is you have to have those sauces ready. You want to use butter right now, you can use butter. Just put enough in there to coat the bottom of a non-stick pan. You have to use this type of pan dealing with this type of fish. Then we're going to take 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt, sprinkle it on there, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. Now we'll turn it so it's on both sides. Everything has to be seasoned all the time, no matter what you're doing. If you're mixing something with something and one item is seasoned and the other one isn't, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the seasoning that you put into the dish, because the other item that's not seasoned will just absorb it. So remember, season everything. And we get that a little bit warm. And we're going to be cooking this together with the mushrooms. Have yourself a nice cup of your favorite mushroom, sliced, pack it in tight. I like mushrooms and that's why I'm using that much. You don't have to, but you'll see. It's much tastier. Mushrooms give off a nice flavor. There, it's starting. Put the mushrooms right in with the fish. They won't take long to cook. Of course, you can slice the mushrooms, then wash them, which I find easier, so you don't have wet mushrooms. Now that's going to brown, and we're going to time this. We're going to put a lid on it now, since I'm not going to put this fish in the oven. This is going to be finished right here. A medium fire. You can hear the fish sizzling a little, and the mushrooms will cook. And then we'll get ready with 1/4 of a cup of that dry white wine. And really, that's the whole recipe. A piece of 7 to 8 ounce piece of Chilean sea bass with no skin, skinless, and the sauce, which you have to take and make my sauce. So this will take, I'm not going to keep this camera running while this is cooking, but the timer's on, so you'll have no problem. Now also let me say that if you want to put herbs on that fish prior to sauteing it, go right ahead. Whatever you like. You can play with recipes any way you want. Just a few basic things have to be, and then you just change this, change that, according to your taste. Cooking is fun, and that's what you should be doing, having fun. Let's just check it. We're into about 4 minutes. The mushrooms are cooking nicely. The fish is not sticking, because we're using a non-stick skillet. It's the only way to go. Make your life easy. And if you like this type of recipe, subscribe to my videos. You'll be notified by email as soon as I put another one up. And I think I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'd like to get a couple of 100 videos up there, just for the hell of it. It's fun for me, and this way I make different items for myself to eat. Now I just want you to check the flame. See, it's moderate flame, not too low, and it's not high at all. Just enough so you hear it cooking. I'm going to turn this fish. We're not concerned about giving it a lot of color. Why? Because it's going to be smothered in tomato sauce. So, a few more minutes like this. Still very rare. Now we're at the 10-minute mark. Now we're adding a nice pint of the red sauce to it. Actually, we're not going to add a pint because that's for 2 people. So we'll add just half of this. Since it's just me that's eating it. Now to what I'm going to have with this, I would make pasta with it, or rice, but I had enough carbs today. So we're just going to smooth that out, lift up the fish, let it lay on that, and go for another 5 minutes, and that should do it. Well, the buzzer went off for another 5 minutes. Let's see how we are. That baby is done. So, we have the timing down for this. Now we're going to have the presentation. How's that? Top it off with some fresh, sliced, uncooked cherry tomatoes, the pear type cherry tomato, and some chives. You could put scallions, you could put chopped parsley. You want to put black olive slice. You could put anything you want on there, as long as it's presentable. And the one thing I found out about Chilean sea bass, plain, I really don't care for the taste. You need something to really help it. And since it's not a fishy taste, I think the tomato like this will go well with it.